I'm Lee-che Janecke. People know me as Lee-che Hove. That's like a stage name. I was formerly a member of Vintage Dance Crew, and now I'm Africa's choreographer. I've been professionally in the industry for about 8 years, if I can say so. Yeah. I've had many career highlights. I can't really place them in a category, but I think it's based off shows that I've done. Choreographing idols for 6 years has been a massive thing for me because I've gotten to influence perspectives. Doing some of the best music videos in the country has been amazing. And really, every other show is amazing, but I guess listing them just doesn't feel as important as the ones I've mentioned right now. I was influenced from my grandparents at an early age to watch specifically Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson tapes. I've watched the entire progression and I was influenced and loved dancing from that point. When I was in high school though, I got this group of girls that were in my class. I'm like, come, let me teach you this, let me show you this, let's do something, let's shake up this high school a bit, you know? And I ended up being in a dance crew after that, many dance crews, but there's this one dance crew where I was told that I shouldn't be teaching these girls anything. And I was like, okay, let me leave then and let me start my own thing. And it was at that point where Vintage Crew was formed, where I got to explore my sexuality, where I got to explore being creative in ways that I was limited by in other places. And from that point on, I became a choreographer professionally. The difference between choreography and movement direction is that movement direction doesn't take as much work as teaching a piece of choreography. Movement can be you showing somebody to do this with their arms and getting that in notion. Choreography is 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. Major difference. You can teach a singer how to move without dancers. But if a singer wants to do steps and be in sync with the dancers, that's choreography. Being a choreographer in film and television is dope. It's pretty crazy. I think it's dope in a sense that, yes, for film, there's specific briefs you have to adhere to. For music videos, there's some hint of your creativity goes into it, but when the edit comes out, you have no say in it. So there is a bit of an imbalance as far as my perspective and how I feel about it. The predominant industry that I apply my work in is for stages, award shows, television productions, music videos, and commercials. But the biggest one is for stages. I'm all about what are we doing on stage to slay the country? You know, that's where I'm at. I think to sustain yourself as a choreographer is authenticity. Have a new take on things and make sure people understand that as a brand, this is what this person offers. I've been lucky enough that people know me for what I do, and that has opened the doors for me as far as everything else I have to do. You just have to create work that speaks volumes and that people or clients or somebody who just sees you for the first time can really love and really appreciate and go to other people and say, this is the person to go to in this country. I wish I'd known that there'd be points in time where you're not popping, where you're not the most popular, where South Africa won't understand you, where you get to a place where your passion feels like it's dying. Those moments come, and I wish I'd known that before. That maybe it wouldn't have changed my path, but I would have at least been aware that you're gonna deal with moments like this, sweetie. It's not always gonna be sunshine and daisies and flowers all the time, and you're gonna be in a Sound of Music scene, you know? It's not like that. hardcore, hectic moments will always be there. And you need to be strong enough to handle it. And I wish beforehand I just had a notion of, okay, it's not always going to be smooth sailing. Majority of the challenges are based off budgets. I see visions of 50 people in a video in a scene that's choreographed well. They see 3 and they're okay with it. When it comes to stage and film, same limitation. The most I've had on the stage is like 20 people. And that is 3 years ago or 5 years ago. I don't feel like that anymore. I want to create bigger work, bigger things, and I always get canceled. Firstly by budget, then let me get to this part. Predominantly, things need to be safe. I'm not safe. I explore. I explore creatively, and if I need to be provocative like Madonna, if I need to be something that South Africa's not ready for, I get stopped. I get told, decrease, take away. If the dancers are in outfits that are just too much, Lee-che, please tell them to wear something else. Let's do something different. If they're in a pastel theme, no, this is not what we're feeling. Put them in black. Like, if I'm going for an artistic feel, no, don't do that. This is not what the show's about. This is not what we need. So, many challenges. And the biggest challenge, I guess, is what they're ready for and what they can't pay for. The benefits of film and television is that you have more time to perfect something behind the scenes, because if you're shooting something, you can always have another take. With a live show, it's now or never. You're in front of the country at a point in time that you will never get to live again. You mess up, it goes down in history and it's there forever. You slay, babe, you at the top of the world after that. God has gotten me here. His plan for my life has unfolded the way it's unfolded because this is what he wanted for me. And I've stopped many things in my life to get into this career field. I went against what people thought was gonna be my life and have gotten to a place where I feel super comfortable. Vintage Crew is ultimately the biggest reason why people know me. We did work that the country was not ready for. We were doing things that people are doing now, and we did it years ago. We had no money, but we achieved the things we needed to achieve and create work that has put me firmly in this place that I sit right now. All of that influence and the things I've learned and the things I was taught during that time applies to me now. We might not be together, but I give thanks to them and us as a whole and what we've achieved and what we've done as a reason as to why I'm sitting here. I'm a choreographer, yes, but I've been blessed to understand that my mind goes beyond that. When I shoot a rehearsal, I'm shooting it in a way that I'm a director of a huge film. When I think about notions and I think about a picture, I'm producing the entire thing. So more than anything, I think this avenue opens up to more avenues. For me, I never had the resources. I grew up in Cape Town, in the hood, with nothing. When I went to school, yes, I was the academic, but I was living a life that my mother was trying to get by. When I decided to do the part about being in a dance crew, I still didn't have money. We entered competitions and went to auditions. And because we're the people we are, the last cent here, the last this there, just to create a prop, just to paint something, just to make sure that our outfits look like we're in Paris is Burning, even if we're in South Africa, took passion and love and going beyond the call of money to ensure that we created things that we want to create. So I say to the people who are listening to this, It's not about money. It's about if your passion is there, if your gift is there, everything around you is opportune, everything around you you can utilize to make sure that you can get there. The internet is a big space now. Back then when I was coming up, it wasn't. You have everything in your power right now to create your own content, to put it out there and for people to see it. And if you feel like you want to be a choreographer, make sure it's a gift, it's a spiritual connection, that it's not just steps. Make sure you feel some type of way about it, because what I said previously, the road isn't smooth. It's not smooth sailing. You need to fight. Ilwa ndombo. That's just how it is. But you cannot sit there, feel sorry for yourself and say, I can't do this because I don't have the means. I didn't go to class. I never went to class. All of this I taught myself. I was never trained in a ballet class, in a this class, in a that class. You have it in you as an individual. I don't know how to explain it properly, but it's something that happens in my mind. It's like I go crazy. If I put the music hits my ear, I close my eyes, I see the entire image. And there's nothing like that makes me feel like I need to push the passion more to ensure that what I saw there happens in front of me physically. Because then it goes to, you go to a rehearsal, you try and achieve what you saw in that vision on a bunch of dancers who you trust, and you end up going to the styling, you go to the makeup, you go to the hair, you go to the things that other people are not doing to achieve what you saw. So I believe I have many things in the rehearsal that you can laugh about, passion points where I throw myself on the ground and I just lose it when I see just a tidbit of what I saw. And these are things I can't explain in a way until you physically see it as an individual. But everybody who knows me knows I'm a maniac in that regard, that I go crazy when I see it come to life in front of me. And that, more than anything, is the reason why I will continue in film, in music video, in stage, in the world, loving this thing until the day I'm not here anymore.